And we're live. Hello, everyone. My name is Tamara Woods, and this is my channel where I talk about books and writing. And I am late today. I don't think I've ever been this late before. That's wild. Um, I'm not feeling very well, so if I am kind of low energy, that is why. I missed last week because was going through some good old fashioned depression there, and I could not force myself to get in front of a camera and talk to people. This week it's more of physical stuff, so balance. In any case, let's do some writing today. I haven't written anything. Um, Wait, no, I wrote something on Monday. Today's Thursday, so I haven't written anything since Monday. And I have many things to finish, many things to write. Oh, there are people here. Hooray. I wasn't sure if anyone would be here since I was like super late and hadn't scheduled stuff, all that business. Hello, MM. Thanks, Jeannie. I appreciate it. Hi, Mr. Kate. Good afternoon to you. I'm feeling better in one way and worse in another because that seems to be how my body works these days. Hey, JC. But it's okay. It'll all wash out in the wash. I'm sure I'll feel fine by weekend time, right? Probably. I feel better today than I did yesterday, so it's already an improvement. Um, Something good that happened this week. A math magician found a vanity for me, and it is very pretty. It's a very light wood. I'm not sure what it is, and I would say it looks to be maybe 40 years old or so. So that is going to go into the house that we're going to move into. But he found it at an auction, and I'm super hyped. So that's the good thing that happened yesterday. He found me a vanity. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know if I've ever actually. Well, I have owned a vanity, but it's been like a really long time. Hello. Thanks. This is his shirt. I stole it. And he can't stop me because he's still sleeping. So that's what you get. All right, let's create a room here. I'll use the Forest app as I've been doing recently. Let's go for 15 minutes. I have a feeling that my first sprint is going to be me like grabbing coffee. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I need to do that. 36 G F Q W 3. So if anyone would like to use the Forest app to join the room, there is the code. Why are my glasses so foggy? Is my face hot? Weird. Dana might join us later. I'm not sure, but that's why I'm wearing the headphones, just in case. Protein shake. Nom 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 nom. We bought a half a bushel of peaches and a half a bushel of apples, and my mother-in-law made some delicious preserves. So I think I'm going to eat those on a thing. Something. I don't know what yet, but a thing. I didn't realize how much a half a bushel was. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Okay. think that I will write on. Hello, how are you? I think I am going to write on. I don't even know. So I guess it'll come to me when I start writing. All right. You guys ready to start the sprint? I think I am. I'm ready to start. I'm ready to grab my coffee. So we're going to do 15 minutes on the clock. And 3, 2, 1, go. cool. We've grown a tree, and I am still snarfing down apple butter. Like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with what apple butter is, but it's essentially um, like apples boiled down to a thickness with a whole bunch of spices. And it's sweet and it's delicious and it makes me happy on the insides. I haven't had any like homemade apple butter in like years and years. So how'd you do? What did you do? Let me know in the comments down below. Hello, Jacob. Jacob the King. You crack me up, kid. Let's see. I am working on my Vela story that's going to be under my name, Tamara Woods, which I already told you that. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on that. Oh, someone has joined us.
I'm here.
Can't hear you yet.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
But Dana's face is so expressive that I don't even need to hear you to know what you're saying. Misty Kate, it is really good. It is good. I feel like is apple butter a southern thing or a Midwest thing?
Oh. Can you hear me now?
You can hear Dana? Well, then it must be me. Oh, that's even more terrible.
Okay. Well, if the rest of everybody can hear me, apple butter is the most amazing thing. And I had a grandma who lived in Washington. She made the best apple butter, hands down. I mean, it was amazing. And when she passed away, yeah, like she passed away.
Oh, wait, I see what it is.
Oh.
My fiance was using my laptop and he had muted everything.
Ah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Damn it.
But yeah, so she made apple butter and pumpkin butter, and they were just amazing. And it was funny because after she passed away, I had bought a jar of apple butter, and it just wasn't the same. So I haven't eaten apple butter in 20 plus years. Yeah, it's been a long time.
If you are ever able to get a whole bunch of apples, you should try making it.
Yeah. Last night we were talking about making spiced peaches, and now everywhere I go, the live stream turns to food. So, yes, I'll make some spiced peaches and some apple butter. That'll be lovely.
The other half of my bagel had peach preserves on it.
Coincidence? I think not.
No, it's really the universe telling you to make some stuff.
Exactly.
Dude, we got like a half a bushel of pears for $20.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was hilarious because my mother-in-law was like, okay, you guys have to go to the sheets to a white van to pick up. Yeah. I was like, this sounds so shady. It sounds shady as hell. But right. There was a whole bunch of people waiting in line before we got there.
Yeah.
So we got peaches, apples, and like hot peppers.
Oh, right on. Are they? I always have to ask because I understand the limited amount of sunlight that parts of West Virginia and Western Maryland get because of the beautiful trees that you guys have. But were they spicy hot peppers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the farmer did a good job. All right. That's what I like to hear. But I've gotten so many peppers. Like I went to make jalapeno poppers while I was visiting my family. Mm-hmm. And I literally went through an entire palette of jalapenos, like smelling them and feeling them. And I'm pretty sure everybody at that market thought I was insane, like, because, I'm fondling a jalapeno. And I want to say I only found like 10 that were worth their weight. And the rest of them were just kind of like, eh. So I made sure, you've cut them in half, so then you get 20. So I made sure that everybody understood this tray is the extra caliente tray, and this is the, this is for the Western European culture. Here you go.
Why is it so spicy?
Oh, I know. Anytime I hear somebody say that, I'm like, that's it. It's supposed to be that way,
right? But that's how we made it.
Yeah.
So JC wants to know, did you do something different to your hair?
I did do something different to my hair. So last night I did an interview for. I'm hosting a workshop on Saturday for the Bliss what is it? The Bliss Dance Festival. I'm like, I can't even think. And so I braided my hair so that it would have a little bit more life. But I think the biggest thing that you're seeing a little different is I actually put my girl on, and so I've got leftover eyeshadow and eyeliner because I was so tired. I just went to bed. Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. I was actually like nervous. I was getting so nervous that like I started snapping at people. And I was like, just give me some space. I need to breathe. Blah, blah, blah. Because we're the writing workshop that I'm hosting. It's talking about erotica, and I'm the super spicy. And there were people I hadn't met before. So I was like, oh, am I going to be okay? But we ended up having a lot of fun. And so, yeah. So now I'm really excited for Saturday. Except I'm going to get there on Saturday and I'm going to be like, so everybody take out your pens and pencils, get a piece of lined paper, and no, I'm kidding.
I wish that the interview wouldn't have been so late.
I know. That's like, so after the event is over, that's one of the things that I'm going to suggest to them is that maybe they start it earlier in the day so that, because the women who are hosting it are in California, and I don't think that they anticipated bringing people on board who have such a worldwide reach of viewers. And so, that's what a lot of people are saying. They're like, well, it's 8:00 Pacific time, which is midnight, in the East Coast. Well, it's 11:00, not midnight, but you know what I'm saying.
It's late.
So, yeah. So I mean, I don't consider myself an expert at all, but based on another event that I helped to organize and participate in, I've seen some places where I think that they would benefit as far as like marketing is concerned, and then scheduling. Yeah. So there's always next year. Cross your fingers. Next year we'll get it so that it's not 11:00. It doesn't start at 11:00 Eastern Standard Time.
And by the way, Forest Room app code is down here. It's for a 20-minute sprint. What time is your thing this weekend?
I want to say, actually, I will find the email and I will give you the exact time. I want to say that it's like 7:30 Pacific time, but I'm on Saturday, so it's not as bad.
Okay.
But, you know, I will find the email that has my schedule in it, and I will let you know after this first initial sprint where I might be more coherent. I'm telling you, I was like, I think I finally fell asleep at like 1, and then the girls wanted to go get, um, they wanted their GameStop had like this super crazy limited edition bobblehead. I don't know what they look like bobbleheads, but that's not what they're called.
The Funko Pops.
Yes, yes. And so there was a limited edition, and my niece really wanted one. So I went to bed in the middle of the night, and I got up at 9 to take her to get her Funko Pop. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And she got it. Oh, what is it called? It's like a. I'll have to ask her again. I think it's like Fat something. He's a hero. I think he's from Hero Academia. I don't. I as you can see, yeah. I'm like, as you can see, I know nothing about.
Like Funko Pops are incredibly popular.
Yeah.
They're like the modern day Beanie Babies, but they're much cooler.
Yeah, that's yeah. That is how it came across to me. They were like, "We have to be there." What?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. My other headset broke, and I ran over to the 99-cent store, and this is the one that they have. And it actually, let's see if I can get it to work. I got it to work last night.
Sometimes I'm gonna have to blow you up so I can see what you're doing.
Oh, come on, button.
Is there a light show?
Yeah. It's like a disco pussycat ears. Oh, what is happening? Yep, it doesn't want to work today.
That's all right. I have mine backward. Because the lights, I need to charge mine, and the headphone jack is on the right side. So if I have these right side out,
yeah,
then like the lines going across me, it annoys me. So
yeah.
Misty Kate has Twin Peak Funkos. Oh,
Sarah. I'm like, Sarah would be so jealous right now.
I know. I'm like, how do we get Sarah some Funko Pops, bro?
I think it's weird that they like Funko Pops. It sounds like a candy or something.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Like a delicious lollipop.
Yeah.
Weird. I see now that the Google Chat thing has launched, I guess, and now I'm getting messages. So and so messaged you on Google Chats while you were away.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I think it's always set to away, so there are always going to be messages while I'm away. Like, I don't need you to tell me that.
Right.
Ugh. All right, let's do this 20-minute sprint. This time I'm actually going to get some words in. And do you know what you're working on today?
I am working on, I got to answer some emails. My brain is still trying to wake up.
Dude, first sprint, I got coffee and a bagel, so.
Yeah, I was like, I know, I saw that there was that we're already at the 20-minute mark, and I was like, oh, missed one. That's okay. I need a 20-minute warm up.
I started 10 minutes late. So we're doing great here. It's fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We are right on somebody's time.
That's exactly right.
All right, so let's get started. 20 minutes on the clock. Get one thing done. I have faith that you can do it. And 3, 2, 1. write stuff. We grew a tree. How did you do? What did you do? Let us know in the comments down below. And Shannon showed up. Hello, Shannon. And hi, Diane.
Hello, Diane.
I am working on, episode 3 of my Vela story. So hopefully I can launch that tomorrow.
Very cool.
And then I'll try to have a chapter or two each week, probably two chapters a week or something.
Yeah.
We'll see. But what are you working on, Miss Dina?
I am almost done with the email that I have to send. And I realized that I'm scheduled for 2 p.m. on Saturday, which is like really great, right? Because all my East Coast people will be there. And I'm also glad that I looked because I would have been 6 hours late. I mean, everybody's used to me making a graceful entry when I'm 20 minutes late. Could you imagine if I showed up? It's been 6 hours. Where you been?
Oh my gosh, you would be horrified.
Oh yeah. I'd like to pretend that I would play it cool, but I would be off camera. I would be beating myself up. I'd be like, "Oh, idiot."
Hi, Maya. I am so glad that you're here and you're checking us out. We are doing sprints. The last one was 20 minutes. The next one will probably be 20 as well. We literally just ended a sprint. So now we're just like chatting, talking about what we're working on. And Dana has a workshop that she is going to be participating in this Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There's a link in the description for Dana. And if you go to that link tree, there it is. Bliss, what is it called?
The Bliss Dance Festival.
Bliss Dance Festival. And it's for women empowerment of their body and their spirit and their sexuality. And Dana's going to be on the panel talking about erotica.
Yay!
So that's the rundown.
Yeah. It was funny because the email that I'm answering, as I'm explaining to one of the other hostesses what the expectation is, I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, oh my gosh. Remember when I first told you that I was going to be doing this back in June? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I said yes. And then I started explaining it to Mr. Man. And that's when the anxiety hit. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Strangers? What?
You're going to be amazing. I will absolutely be in the comments. I would have been in the comments last night, but I was asleep.
Yeah.
I was sleeping most of yesterday.
Yeah, most of my East Coast family were the same. They were like, oh, we can't be there. We have to get up and go to work in the morning. And I was like, I know, but here's the link anyway so that you can watch the replay. Yeah. And so I was really excited.
And if you look at your Ava Fox Twitter, a lot of folks were like, I wanted to be there, but I was asleep, but I've been watching it today. So.
Oh, awesome. I haven't checked Twitter yet. I got out of bed and jumped in the car and went to stand in line. And it's excessively hot. But it was worth it. The niece got her thing. So. Yay. So that's pretty much what I'm focused on this week. Is just mentally preparing myself for Saturday. And then next week I'll be back on the wagon. And I'll be getting ready for our workshop.
The author branding. Do we even have an official name for it?
I don't think we do. But
it's just an author branding workshop.
It's a thing.
We're going to be discussing how do you create an author platform? What does that actually mean?
Yeah.
And that's next Saturday at, did we say we're going to do it at 2 p.m. Eastern?
I don't remember. I have to go watch the videos. I'm so glad that we recorded our meetings because.
Oh, jeez. I have just not been on the ball. I have not been feeling well, and I'm like behind on everything. But yeah, so that's happening next Saturday, and I'm gonna release some type of something about it like tomorrow, so people can schedule for it. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time, and yeah, I'm excited to do it.
Absolutely.
Jacob, are you still here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's going to be super helpful because there's lots of authors that I realized yesterday that traditional authors who are traditionally published, if they're not like the number one person like Stephen King, they got to do all their own legwork. And because one of the hosts or one of the other authors that I'll be hosting with on Saturday is a traditionally published author, and I was amazed at how much our author journey mirrors itself. You know, like I've got to put all the cash up front first, and I have to do all this legwork, and she has a publishing company who helps her do the editing and the book covers and all this other stuff, but she still has to hustle and do the legwork, and and so I was just kind of like, wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. So.
And even anyone trying to get like traditionally published, a lot of times they're looking for you to have some type of following already. And it doesn't have to be like a huge platform, but they're looking to see that you have people who are interested in what you're doing. So it's really fascinating how things have kind of changed, because I would probably venture a guess that before there was indie publishing and before like publishing kind of changed its face, that authors didn't have to be as necessarily active because there wasn't a way to do that, right?
Right.
You could like you have your newsletter. I remember getting newsletters in the actual mail.
I know. Janet Ivanovich, I got so excited because every month I would get her newsletter and she'd have her little hamster on there, and I loved getting those in the mail. I don't have a budget to do an actual mail.
I know. But I think even with like traditionally published folks, the publishers aren't doing that anymore. Everyone's going through email. But it was something very special to be able to get like this piece of paper that even though you knew that your favorite author hadn't actually touched it, but just like, oh, I got like a special letter from them. This is so cool. I remember getting like bookmarks and stuff like sent and things, and it was just really neat. So but so you would do those kind of things. You would do like in-person greetings and stuff, but there wasn't a lot of like human to human interaction,
right?
Because it just wasn't available. But now, since it is available, since the landscape has changed, and as an author you're competing with so many other avenues of entertainment that are right at everyone's fingertips, smart publishers are like, we need you to have some sort of following.
Well, and I think
hello.
Hi.
SM Ryan, how are you?
That's also why 20 years ago, to get accepted into a publishing house was a huge deal, because there wasn't this internet where you could just write whatever you want and post it to Kindle, and you really had to be you had to be serious, and people would only take you serious if you had this level of education and you were writing this, specific story, and you fit into this specific box. And like part of me wishes that I could like, you know, go back in time and maybe experience it for like a month and then come back to today and not have that stress of are they going to accept me or not, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it would be cool to just try living that lifestyle for like a day. I know I said a month, but I'm reducing it today.
I'm I'm okay with where things are. I
Yeah.
feel like they're being able to be an indie author has allowed me to circumvent gatekeepers. And
Mm-hmm.
people tell me that my story isn't isn't black enough or isn't Appalachian enough or isn't this, that, or like I can just avoid all of that. And the
Right.
readers can tell me what they need from me. And I can have that direct interaction from author to reader. And that's
Yeah.
really what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
So I'm good with where I'm at.
Yeah. You're not, but you've never like been curious to see what it would be like to be like an author in the 80s.
Well, I think that before, because I mean, people didn't really start getting deep into self publishing until like 2012 or 2010, somewhere in there. So when I started, like my undergraduate degree is in journalism, and I was planning, and then I went into social work as a master's degree, and I was planning on my last project was going to be a nonfiction book about domestic violence in rural America, concentrating specifically on African Americans in West Virginia. So I was planning on traditionally publishing that, and um, and I also wanted to do fiction. So my ideas of traditional publishing was mostly from like 80s and 90s and what I had observed.
Right.
So yeah, Monique, we're sprinting at the moment. We're chatting, and then we're going to sprint. We've done 2 sprints already. Um, and that's the Forest app room code is up. I don't think that you use it, but if you do, there's the code, and you can put it in, and then we'll be sprinting shortly. But yeah, so that was my feelings on that. I guess we can
Yeah.
start a sprint in 3, 2, 1. Write stuff. And we have grown a tree. How'd you do? What'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. Excuse me. I need something. Oh my goodness. Next episode. And what else did I do? I looked on my Medium to see what was going on there, and like no one has looked at my new post.
Oh no. I don't get the notifications. Like, I will get notifications for random people that I don't know, but the people that I subscribe to, I rarely get the notifications for.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I guess I should probably, I don't know, share the link or something.
Right? I got the official, this is what you made for the month of July, and I was like, woohoo! 53 cents. That's 53 cents I didn't have last month. But I get excited over the little things.
Yeah, I need to look at my emails. I haven't maybe that's what I'll do next time around. I'll check my emails to see what I've missed.
Oh yeah. But I do enjoy reading like all the fun stuff. So I'm like, why are you guys not giving me my stuff that I need? Dang it. But I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to think about two different things at once, and it's just not working out for me.
I feel that. Let's see. What do we have? There we go. What's everyone talking about over here? That's weird. It's saying that there's new comments, but I don't think that there are any. It was just like StreamYard was glitching for a second.
Yeah.
758 words and 800 words away from your 3K goal for the day. That's wonderful. Maya wrote 537 words. That's awesome.
That's very, very awesome.
Camille popped in to give a like and views. You've got a family situation. I hope things work out for you.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope we can see you next week. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Did you just get a notification? YouTube. Let's see. I know back then self-publishing was always seen as something serious writers didn't do. I think that there's still people who believe that, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There's still a lot of negative viewpoints about self-publishing, and I think that in some cases it's because there aren't gatekeepers, so there's an assumption that the quality of work won't be up to par. But I think that that discounts the power of the readers.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get reviews that say that your editing is subpar, you want to correct that in post haste immediately. It hurts.
Oh yeah.
Or if you're getting reviews that says that your plot's weak or that there was plot holes or what have you, you learn how to become a better writer from what your readers tell you.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. Elizabeth read an article for school. What was the article about? Was it good? Hey, how y'all doing? Just got a notification too. I tell ya.
1 hour later.
Right?
2 hours later.
Like, geez. Thanks, YouTube.
Right?
Like, y'all really come in at the last minute being like, oh, by the way.
We just did this.
That's all right. I'm glad that you got here, and I'm glad that that YouTube finally told you we were here doing the thing. It was about the 6 elements of storytelling. Ooh.
Cool.
What class is this? Now I'm all up in your business. Tell me everything. Do you ever feel like there's a stretch that needs to happen and it's just you can't find the good way to make the body pop?
Yes.
Like, I'm stiff, my upper shoulder level here, and it's just not. It is not relaxing.
Yeah. There have been a few times where I'm like, I'll be stretching in some weird, uncomfortable way, and Mr. Man will walk in and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I need to stretch, but I just can't get the muscle.
Right?
Yeah, for me, it's always like the muscles closest to my spinal cord. I just can't get them to like flex and stretch. And I've curled up. I've done the ball thing where you know how like you roll on your back like a ball. I have the yoga ball where I'm like trying to spread out. I have. If the children
doesn't work out, does it?
No. And I always think like if the kids are taking pictures of me, they've got some very interesting. And this is my mom trying to stretch her lower back. And this is her trying to stretch her chicken wings.
Diane is doing planning, trying to figure out how to do it all. Oh,
let me know how that goes.
I don't know. I suggest trying to do like 3 or 4. Like, what's the most important things, and like label it down from there.
Yep.
Because is there a way to do it all? I mean, over a period of time, but in one day, I can't imagine. The class is storytelling and entertainment and media for your creative writing degree. Ooh,
very cool.
That does sound fun. Storytelling is awesome. Yeah, I can't do a sit up either. I do crunches, but a sit up, nope.
Yeah.
My back's like, ma'am, this isn't what we do here.
Right?
I don't know who you thought we were, but that's not it.
Right? I totally lost what I was going to say. But yes, there have been so many times that my body is just like, we're not doing this. And my brain's like, yes, we really are. But it's okay. Like right now, my brain is struggling because I'm like, you will stay awake. But there's another part of my brain that's like, no, you will take a nap. So I'm like, here I am. I'll just drink more coffee.
Right.
Actually, I'm totally going to take a nap.
I am. What am I going to do? I'm probably going to take a nap because I am very, very tired.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'd never had a migraine before, and it seems like it has drained my body of all energy.
Oh, yeah. I remember very vividly the first migraine I ever had. Like, when it finally subsided, I slept for like 24 hours because it does. It takes so much out of your body. Being in that chronic pain for days on end, just takes out, it robs your body of energy. So,
what's that? Okay. Some. Could you hook me up with some water so I can take my meds? Thank you. You're the best.
I know it. Did he just say, I know I am?
Yeah, he did. Ooh, they heard you. Ooh, they heard you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I guess you don't need to stroke his ego anymore.
This guy.
He's a confident man.
He's all quiet stuff, but he's arrogant. He talks so much smack. And then I'll be like, remember when you used to be quiet around me? He's like, those days are gone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
If you're using the Forest Room app, there's a code for the next sprint. It's going to be 20 minutes long because we're going over the 2-hour threshold because we need to. But he's very sweet. Oh, I was telling this stream before you came on, Dana, he found a vanity for me through an auction, and it's like this really pretty light wood.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it looks to be like 40 years old or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we're picking it up tomorrow, and we're going to take it over to the new house.
Yeah. That's like, going to be awesome.
Yeah. And like it has a really big mirror. It's so pretty.
Awesome.
And it has 4 drawers to it, and like a nice, it looks like it's going to have a lot of space for activities like all of my makeup and brushes and everything.
Right.
I'm so excited for it.
That's going to be awesome. I had found an antique vanity for Minnie Monster, and I put it in her room when she was like 5, and she had no idea like what it was, but it was so neat because she would, you know, with the drawers and everything, she would put her treasures in this thing, and it was like it had the 2 drawers here, and then it had a big circular mirror in the middle, and it had like it looked like a bench, but it's not a bench in the middle. It was really, really cool. And then she became afraid of the mirror, and so now it's in the shed, and it's been in the shed for a very long time.
Oh no.
You know, kids, their imaginations are so wild. Like sometimes I wish I could tap in to a child's imagination just for a minute, because it is so wild in there, and they come up with some of the greatest things, and sometimes those things scare them, and so you have to remove the antique furniture from their bedroom.
You gotta remove the scary stuff, man.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to. I still don't like going into my mother's basement. Still, after all of these years. And that started when I was like 4 or 5 or something. Yeah. Very little. And I do it. But
yeah.
Like last time I was in her basement, I FaceTimed the math magician while I was going down in there. And he was like, oh, that basement is scary. I was like, yeah, it is. Yeah. Being like little and being around something that was like kind of scary, it was like super scary. And I was absolutely sure that there was like some bad stuff was going to happen, like some demons or a monster. Something was going to get me in that basement.
So like I'm not embarrassed. I am 41 years old. I went home to see my family, and for the last 35 years, anytime I am in the scary basement, the basement door is open and everybody knows, oh, Dana's down there. So so my uncle, he was like, okay, it's been 35 years. You're still terrified of the old basement, because there's the old basement and then there's the new basement, and the new basement is finished and it's comfortable and everything. The old basement, it's full of like 70 years worth of stuff, right? Because this is like a homestead home. So he was like, he we took me downstairs and he showed me that he had put in, there's this light now and it's LEDs and there's so much light that it's almost blinding when you turn it on. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I started walking down the stairs and they're open, like this, you know what I'm talking about with the open stairs. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that freaks me out the most, is what's going to grab me from under the stairs. So he said that he's gonna block off so that nothing can grab me. And I was like, it's neat though, having someone who loves you that much that they're willing to go out of their way to make you feel safe, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this next 20-minute sprint. Save what you're working on. Make sure that you at least get one thing done. One thing done. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Also have some water. Ooh, a tree has grown. How'd y'all do? What'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I what did I do? What happened? I worked on episode 3 for the Vela story. I was going to go one way with it, but I decided to go a different way. We'll see if that works out. And once I finish the edits for it, I'll be posting it on my Patreon, because Patreon is going to see everything before anybody else does. So if you would like to see the first 2 episodes that are on my Patreon, but they're not on Vela yet, then you should join my Patreon. Links in the description.
That's right. And it's a wonderful Patreon, so
thanks.
It's totally worth it.
Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. I finally got my emails done, and I am now thanking everybody who watched either live or the replay, because that's totally awesome. Watching the replay is very important.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I checked my email, too. And I don't think I saw anything pressing, but I'm going to have to do a second look over to make sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what y'all are up here doing. Aphrodite's getting set up at the moment, dragging her feet. I feel that. Who was it that said earlier that they were planning, but they weren't sure where to start? Because I want to know if you figured out where you're starting. Any more edits? Fleshing out the enemy, realize that your story's antagonist is always off screen. Well, depending on what kind of story you're writing, that could work.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, especially if it's like a mystery, they could be doing, like, they could be off screen doing evil things, and then at the end you find out, well, at some point in time you got to find out who they are.
Yeah. They have to be introduced on screen at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend. Aphrodite is on my Patreon too. Shanna, almost done. Just 2 more chapters to polish, then you're done. Whoop whoop.
Awesome.
Now, which story is this? Because I remember that you were branching off and doing some romance as well. So are you writing cozy right now, or are you writing romance? Monique's working on your Fall of Caesar outline. Awesome. Whoop, scoops. My oh no. Not down to 5%. Save your energy. Make sure you saved your work. Bye, Maya.
Oh, yeah.
You're at 152,000, and you'd like to hit the halfway. 155,000 today. We shall see. Are you writing some type of epic fantasy or something, or like a space opera? That's a pretty big word count.
Yeah. I mean, thick books are enjoyed by many people, but I am very curious as to what you're writing.
Yeah. Want to know what's going on. Aw, thanks. It was totally accidental, but a happy accident. GC is working on putting this video together. So in the video editing room.
Right on.
My main story points for a cozy. Let's see. My main story points. Generally speaking, what I like to do is to have there's like, I have 2 main incidents. So we have the inciting incident where someone is either murdered or there's an attempt of murder or maiming or some sort. There's going to be another incident where another physical thing will happen later on that'll like boost us into going into the third part of the story.
Yeah.
And then in between that, man, I sound terrible. In between that, there's like the red herring that's going to pop up. There's clues that are going to come out. I'm not saying this in a very good order, but in my mind, it makes sense.
You know, I felt that way a few times yesterday or last night, and I was like, I'm not a public speaker. I am a writer, not a public speaker. You know, because it happens all the time. We're sitting here and we're like verbally trying to describe what it is that we're doing, and then we start to kind of like fumble over our spoken words, and it's like, let me send you a Word document with the description.
Right. Can I just make a very quick like bullet point list for you?
Yes.
Haha. It's a cozy. As soon as it's up to the proofreader, you'll get back to the romance you've been working on. Excellent. I can't wait to have something finished. I feel like I have been on the edge of having something finished like all summer. All summer, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have something finished. I'm going to have something finished. It's going to be a thing. It's going to happen. Still hasn't happened. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a prequel to your epic, historic, royal portal fantasy. It takes place 2 years before book 1 in the villain's point of view. Ooh. Same. I write better than I talk to you. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I wrote the way I spoke, it'd be some bad times.
Oh, yeah. Like,
oh, my goodness.
My mini monster is always like, can you just write it down for me? And it took me a while to figure out why she was doing that. But it was like, when I would try to explain it to her verbally, I would like over explain it to the point where she was confused. And so when I write it down, because I do bullet points, do this, do that, and then step 2, do this, do that. She's like, just write it down for me, Mom. But
oh my goodness. So we're at like the halfway point of this hour. So do y'all want to do another sprint, or do you want to say goodbye? Also, so let us know in the comments. And while you're figuring out what you'd like us to do, I'm looking at the Writers Workshop Goodreads, and it looks like the poll has that we'll be reading Romancing the Beat this month.
Very cool.
Because the poll was either Romancing the Beat or do a poll with like a bunch of other options, but everyone said Romancing the Beat.
I'm pretty sure I own that one somewhere in the vast book collection. I have that one already, so yay!
Carrow actually sent me a copy last year, so my copy is stored under the bed somewhere, so I might just grab an ebook copy.
That's I want to say it was Carrow who recommended. It was Romancing the Beat, and there were a couple other ones that she recommended, and the one I got the most giggles out of was I think it was like How to Write Erotica. And I think that all the advice could have been boiled down to like 2 or 3 pages, but it was funny reading through it, and like the way that it was explained, and then the way I pictured it in my mind, it was like cheesy 70s movie house type writing. I was just like, this is, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was funny.
That's fun though. Yeah. When you're able to like read something where they're not necessarily taking like themselves incredibly seriously.
Yeah. It was like one of the pieces of advice is you have 2 characters and you put them in a situation and then they do their thing and then the end. And I was like, There's a little bit more to it, but okay. I mean, it was good. It was good.
All right, so looks like folks are voting for a sprint. So there's the Forest app room code for those who are using it. And also looks like y'all are interested in reading Romancing the Beats. So
Yeah.
excellent. Oh, the Word Nerds recommended it. Oh, that's awesome. Aphrodite has so many how to write erotica books. Hey, if you have any that you recommend for us,
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't really read many on how to write erotica. So share.
I haven't read many how to write erotica books. I pretty much I've read the craft books, and then I just take what I've learned from the craft books, added a little spice, and boom.
You gotta add the spice.
Oh yeah, but I do want to read some craft books about specifically how to write erotica, just because I like to see how other authors go about it.
All right. There's a question for you. Dana, I have a question for you. What do you recommend for authors who are uncomfortable writing sex scenes as JC?
Um, I if you're uncomfortable writing sex scenes, I wouldn't write them, because how you feel emotionally about it is going to show up in your work. So you could, if you absolutely have to have a sex scene in your story, you could reach out to like a ghostwriter and see if they're open to writing a scene for you, or just do it yourself, but just don't cross that line. When you start getting too uncomfortable, fade to black, fade to gray. You can still have a sexy, intimate moment between two human beings without having to get into the graphic, gory details of what's happening. That's that's what I would recommend.
I think that's a solid recommendation. And I think that at the 30, we should do this next 20-minute sprint. This is going to be the last one.
Yes.
So save your work, drink some water, get up and stretch if you need to. Ooh, something finally cracked. Oh my God. And let's go. I'm excited. I'm
Awesome.
excited because I'm like, this chapter is going pretty well. So, all right, let's do this. Let's write some stuff in 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. Time moves fast. That 20 minutes went so quickly for me. I don't know about y'all, but it was like that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness. How'd y'all do? What'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm still working on episode 3, but it's good. It's very good. I'm enjoying it. So I think that's what I'll be working on this evening. Once
Yeah.
I take this nap that my body is demanding of me.
Yes, yes. I wrote like a whole lot of comments about the conversation, and now I got to go and read the comments. Bottom line is this. You need to write what you're comfortable with, and until your friend has walked a mile in your shoes and has published something graphic and intimate for the entire universe to read, stay in your safe zone. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put yourself out there. Don't take advice from people who have no clue what they're talking about. And if you're asking for advice about sex from someone who doesn't particularly like writing or reading those types of things, you're probably not going to get the greatest of advice. But yes, now I'm going to get off my pedestal. It's very important for me that people understand that any kind of intimate topic, whether you're writing erotica or you're just writing a romance that has sex in it, do not force yourself to be uncomfortable, because that can lead to a traumatic experience and then it'll be ruined for you. So just like physical, make it consensual, make it feel safe, make it feel right. And that is where you want to stay, and that's where you want to be, and your readers will thank you for it. So yeah. I started reading the conversation and I was like, oh no, your friend got me heated up, but I'm still gonna take a nap. No, I can't talk about my genre openly and a lot of platforms, but it's absolutely imperative that it be respected. Writing and reading sexual content should be respected just as much as having a physical relationship with another human being. And that's how I feel about it. So yeah.
All right. Sarah says, I didn't write anything new, but they realized the 2 scenes that they had cut and set aside actually work well after all of them were combined. So progress.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I love happy little accents like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Or like sometimes I'll write a scene for one story and then it ends up working out better for another project. And so I'll just kind of cut it out over here and put it over here.
Right? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Like right now I'm reworking these chapters or episodes, whatever the hell, because I changed a part of this relationship, and because of that, like all the stuff following the change has to be manipulated a bit. But I'm also doing I'm playing with time a little bit. So
Right.
we're doing like a little bit of a back and forth between time. So it's like I have to change some stuff to incorporate that. But I think that with Vela, given that you're getting like episodes one at a time essentially,
Right.
I think that gives you more room to kind of play with time like that. Whereas if it was just a novel, it might read awkwardly. I don't know. We'll see. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah. I'm really excited to, like, once Bella's been out for a few months, to like hear the feedback as far as like the interaction between the reader and the writer, and if any of their comments help the authors to, you know, better their skill. Oh, sorry. Totally punched my microphone. That's not good. I know. That was acrylic on aluminum, and I apologize. But yeah, I'm really
yeah, that is true. Readers can't leave comments. And I think that as an author, I didn't realize that was going to be the case either.
Yeah.
And you can tell that, like, because a lot of the authors who are on there now put stuff up like early, right? And they didn't really know what it was going to look like. So at the end, there's questions like, "Oh, what do you think will happen next?" Or, you know, like trying to get some interaction.
Right.
So yeah, I think that the only you could just give a thumbs up or something like that. It's something very, very not very interactive.
I wonder if you could leave like a link inside the document that will take you to like a Google form where you could answer some questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how at the back of our ebooks we can leave links. If you want to read chapter or book 3, go here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure. Does anyone know anything about with Vella if you can leave links at the end? Because I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Misty Kate wants to know what's everyone's take on chapter length. For me, I usually try to have a chapter that's between 1.5 to 3K, depending on where we are in the story and how long the book is. And that, I mean, but I think a lot of it's very genre specific.
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot leave links.
Oh, man, they're just like,
you're not allowed to leave links. I tried putting a link in the end of my chapter author comment and it wouldn't take it.
Oh my gosh. They're like, okay, we want you to publish your work, but no one's going to be allowed to leave feedback other than a thumbs up or a thumbs down, which sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's another question. Is your Vella linked to your author bio page? So then that way you could leave a link on your author bio page where they could go and...
I think so. I think that it is linked to the author bio page.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Talk about jumping through hoops. That's awful.
I wonder why they didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, why? If you look at these other like episodic websites where it's like Radish or Wattpad, you get feedback,
right?
And you get like immediate feedback, and
I think that getting that feedback would help.
It's not linked. I thought it was linked.
Oh my gosh, are you? Oh man. Okay, but you know what? This is new. It's still in baby phase, so maybe the more the authors are talking about it and, you know, commenting to Amazon, maybe they'll start allowing you to do these types of things. It makes no sense, because if they were allowed to leave feedback, it would help the author to put the story in the direction that the audience wants it to go in, or fix errors, plot hole. That just doesn't make any sense.
I wonder if there is a way to send feedback to them about Vella. Maybe the theory is that the readers will then seek out the author in their other platforms and find them elsewhere to give them feedback. Maybe, but that seems like a lot of hoops for the reader to jump through.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many, like, I will, if I find an author that I'm really interested in, I will Google their name, and if I don't find them right away, I'm like, well.
Yeah. I mean, but that's true though, because everyone has like that limited amount of time to do things, right?
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to be able to leave your links all over the place, so that way people can just click on the link and go directly to where you are.
So there is a platform where we could talk to them about it. All right. So obviously, I need to get my stuff on Vella so that I can start complaining.
Okay. Maybe I'll start a project so I can put it on Vella, so just for the purpose of being allowed to complain to Amazon.
I've got so many opinions. Okay. We are at the top of the hour. You can schedule episodes 120 days out. Wow. I wish I was so. I wish I was so absolutely organized.
Yeah.
Okay. If you copy and paste into Episode Maker, it ruins the format. The best way is to upload individual docs for each one. Thank you, because I am going to be doing that, and I did not know that. Make sure your questions at the end of the episode so people will seek you out if they are interested. Well, I'm going to, but I hope that they'll actually seek me out. All right.
They will. They will.
I would absolutely love to go on more about Vella, but y'all, we've been here for a minute, and I know you have other things to do.
Yeah, and this old lady is pooped. I need to close my eyes for about an hour or two.
I absolutely need a nap, like 100% nap time.
Oh yeah.
So, Miss Dana, tell everybody about you and where they can find you this weekend. Hey.
Right. I am Dana Gaulin. I write erotica under my pen name Ava Fox. And this weekend, if you go to my link tree, I will be at the Bliss Dance Festival I'm going to be hosting a writing workshop where I'm going to hopefully encourage people to be more comfortable writing their fantasies and desires and understanding their sexuality a little bit more. And yeah, there's going to be 3 of us. It'll be a mild, a medium, and then of course extra caliente. So yeah, you can find all of my information down on that link tree below. I am starting to separate Ava Fox from Dana, just so that Ava Fox can have her own entity and her own platforms, because she's a lot of fun and she needs her own playground. So yeah, so you'll start seeing links for all those things. Thank you for having me here, friend.
Thank you for being here, friend. And my name is Tamara Woods. This is my channel where I talk about books and writing. I have 2 projects that are happening this month. The first one is building an author platform, which is a workshop that we are going to be co-hosting with a few other wonderful people next Saturday here on this channel at 1 p.m. Eastern. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I hope we'll see you there. And then at the end of the month, there's Writer's Workshop, where we're going to be talking about romancing the beat. And that'll be the last Saturday of this month at 2 p.m. again on this channel. Join my Patreon. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, there's a Ko-fi link down there. All kinds of stuff. Just look at my particulars to see where you can find me. Thank you again for being here, because without you, we are just screaming into the void. Happy writing, happy life, and we'll see you in the next one.